I said you better watch what you're doing, cause I ain't gonna stop when I'm moving. I'm headed to the top, I'ma do it. I'm headed to the top, I'ma prove it. And I could go all night, I'm sick of being nothing. All right, I'm gonna be something. I'll fight with every breath, trust me. I'ma be the one at the top, you can't touch me. I bleed with every word coming. I would rather die than be someone who's nothing. I'm the type of dude who will not remain nameless. I'm the type of dude who is headed for greatness. I'm the type of dude who could really make changes, cause I'm the type of dude that's becoming contagious. I'm the type of dude that will always be ageless. I'm the type of dude that will always feel shameless. I'm the type of dude that they say is fucking heinous, cause I'm the type of dude that you know is fucking dangerous.
You are absolutely right. The way he went about it was absolutely wrong. Like, so, like I said, I'm not
of my Jewish hatred that actually goes. Other than the fact that why are y'all popping out of the sewers in New York City?
Annunciation Catholic Church. You couldn't call it pronounced Catholic Church?
Yeah, pronounce the Catholic.
But just sit on his fucking face.
Yes! Yes!
Sit like a fucking chair, honey.
Yes!
The men are durable, they are strong, they will persevere.
I did not eat thousands upon thousands of pudding cups with no spoon to allow these skills to go to waste. If I die, I die! I know the risks, damn it! Should this day be my last, the doors of Valhalla will open, and Odin will welcome me with drink, song, and story. Call me IKEA, for I am an easy-to-make chair. Make use of me. Deprive me of oxygen. Let me go as I have dreamed of. Let my ancestors and forebears and those to follow after me sing my glory.
Little known fact, according to Norse mythology, if you die in the midst of battle or coitus, it's an immediate free pass to Valhalla.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but just sit on his fucking face.
Welcome to Off Label Podcast, everybody. As you can see, Richard had AIDS, and yeah, he's here. His name is not Sam Neill.
Not Sam Neill. That'll be very awkward. Dave, you watch some weird shit, dude.
Why is it weird?
I don't know. Because I don't really check my messages on Twitter, but then every now, like once a week, I'll go in there and have a look, and there's like 8 of the most just diabolical fucking things you can find on the internet from you. Oh, look, here we go. What have we got late? Like the family picture frame is diabolical. Yeah, I don't think I can even show up this stuff.
Wait, add it to the thing. I'll put it on. Hi, everybody. What's up, Jonah? What's up, Ginger? What's up, Mark? How's everybody doing? Polar Bear, nice to see you. What's up, Rich? And what's up, Muffin? I don't know what's going on.
Rich?
Huh?
You're Rich.
Yeah, Rich. He's sick. He's not feeling well. So I don't know. I think him and Sean
Am I doing a good job, Rich?
They both got monkeypox, and yeah, now they're both sick. So yeah, right after this, depending on what time, like if you got to go before 9 o'clock, Daniel, and scoot over there, I'm not going to hold you.
9 o'clock. What do you mean?
I'm not going to hold.
Fucking 10.
9. Well, mine 9 o'clock. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to bounce before 9, if the speech isn't over or whatever, because 8 o'clock, Trump's going to talk and address the nation about the SAVE Act, and of course, NBC and ABC are not going to air it.
Well, do you think it's because they are concerned he's going to talk about election interference?
Yes. Yeah.
And they are complicit.
Yeah,
obviously.
Yeah, they're complicit in all of it. So they're going to show it on their streaming portion of it. Where everybody's going to go watch it. I mean, to be honest with you, nowadays, probably people will.
If I'm going to watch anything from those fucking puke stations, it's on the internet. I get their YouTube version.
Hold on 1 second.
Wait, you're on YouTube right now, aren't you?
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, I gotta be careful.
For some reason, it's telling me that fucking Rumble is not working.
Yeah, it is. Wait. Yeah, it is.
Mark says Rumble broke, keeps freezing when it plays a few seconds over and freezes. Huh.
Oh, that's just a Rumble thing. So Rumble does that. It's a cunt. Sometimes.
Okay. Yeah. Because I have it both. I have the API, and I have the API on, and I have the regular the thing we need to use the studio. But the API is saying it's not working, but the chat's still coming up. So.
Okay. But the glitching thing, Mark, is it's a Rumble thing. It has days.
Ginger,
some days I just have to tune out, but like most of the time, if I refresh a few times, it'll come good.
Ginger, that's why you got to get premium. Get rid of those dumb ads. And actually, if Rumble Premium is on sale, if you use our Offlab, let me find it.
There's a button, isn't there? And then there's like $30 off or some shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you do get it, hold on. Shit. Sorry, guys. Listen, you all know I'm not good. Okay, we all know this. I'm not good at doing this. Rich just leaves me out here by myself. Here we go. Referrals.
I got it all marked. I just mean it sometimes takes like 3 or 4 refreshes and a different browser to fix it. Like just one won't solve it.
If you use that to register for Rumble Studios, that gives us credit. Right now, Rumble Studios has a sale for 40, not 40, what is it? 60, $70 for the year.
30. Oh, for the
for the whole year, it's 30. It's $30 off. And you don't have to worry about those dumb ads anymore. But I mean, if that's what you want to do, if you don't want to do it, then you know it is what it is. But yeah, if you use that you get we'll get the credit for it, and yeah, we appreciate that. Thank you very much. But yes, so Trump will be speaking tonight. ABC, NBC will not be hosting it. They will put it on their streaming service.
So that's not for another hour, right?
Yeah, that's not another hour. I have it's funny because you know I asked you to come on, and I've been wanting to kind of batter about this story for I've had it. Why does it keep saying degenerating?
I spoke to Rich the other day about coming on, and he's not here. No.
I think you asked about our show too. I wonder if it could be.
Wait, what is this show? What are we on?
We're an off label.
I don't fucking know, dude. I'm not a very observant person.
No, you're not.
I'm not observant.
No, you are not. I mean, you did just woke up like what, an hour ago.
I thought, dude, you're in the wrong time zone. That's your fault.
I'm in the wrong time zone. I'm sorry. All your friends are where?
In the Eastern time zone, the correct
in America. One. Okay, in America. If you were just in America,
yes,
in the Eastern
and
time zone,
even though I'm on the asshole of the earth, am still in American Eastern time.
I don't know.
Try and make sense of that. I don't know. But basically, my sleep pattern is aligned with the east of America.
Okay, hold on. Let me try to remove this. Let me remove it.
Am I crackling for everyone else?
Is Daniel crackling?
Because if I am, I can try. There's something. Let me try this.
At least it'll pay how much YouTube sucks for a decade, and they're still saying, and they're not kicked off. Yeah, we're not kicked off. It's a fucking miracle we're not. I'll tell you that right now. It's a miracle we haven't been kicked off YouTube.
Today might be the day. I mean, I've got to be on my best behavior. I haven't been kicked off yet, though. I stopped. Most of the shit I say is just not broadcastable there. So
Rich has been yelling "melanated monkey" for 3 weeks on YouTube. I think you're fine.
No, there's certain. You can say like really coarse shit, right? But if you go over the third rails that they have, which they don't specify, there's like 7 different things, or there used to be, and there's probably a smaller list now. But there's certain things, and some of them seem quite inconspicuous and like normal. Sorry, they just seem like normal, and but they'll get your channel deleted.
Well, that's
Like-
what kind of happened to. I was watching something, and I think it was Tim Pool. He was talking about the guy from Netflix, right? And they were saying that the words you can't see on Netflix, right? And the guy said, "Nigger, you can't say it on Netflix. They don't want you to say that word." Some
What?
girl in the meeting went to HR and complained
baby.
that he said the word. So HR brings this is the guy that like the CEO of Netflix, right? You're the CEO of this big giant company, and you're getting brought in by HR, and they go, "Got a complaint." Okay, well, what happened? Somebody said I touched them, or nope. What's this? What are the words you were saying? And he's like, "Oh,
Nigger. I said nigger.
yeah." I said you can't say these words. I said ba 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 and ba 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 nigger ba 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 ba, and they go, "Oh, did you say that word?" And he goes, "Yeah," and they go, "Sorry, we might have to let you go."
The CEO.
Yeah, the CEO of
Wouldn't
Netflix.
that be? Hold a minute. Wouldn't the CEO have purview to turn around to the HR manager and be like, "You're making issues out of nothing. I'm going to have to let you go."
Maybe. I don't think so, because that's what happened to what's his face from Papa John's. Same thing that happened to him. The fucking guy owned it. He owned it.
Who's in charge of hiring HR? Is it their
the board?
company now?
The board of directors.
Oh,
It's a board of directors. So
I don't
have to-
honestly. If they're getting to the point where it's like we can't even explain the rules because they're offensive, then the rule is useless and the company's useless and doomed to failure. And I hope it does fail. Let him go. Sue the cunts. Honestly, what is it? What? So you can't say the N-word. Oh, right. I can't say narcolepsy. Sure.
It's so ridiculous. Like, you can't even use the word gun anymore. Like,
Do you
people
know what pisses me off a lot? Unalived. That
Yes.
really grates me.
Yes. Yeah, you can't say
better.
somebody killed a little bit, yeah. You can't say, I was killed or somebody killed somebody. Like, you can't report fucking news, because the news stations will do that too when they do shorts, because news stations need shorts now. When they produce their own shorts, they don't use they bleep out the words. And it's
Sorry, am I echoing now?
No.
I mean, whatever that thing was. Oh, brilliant.
But yeah, I don't know what's going on with Rumble, guys. I'm so sorry. Rumble is fucking rumbling.
Yeah, it's been a cunt. It is still online though.
Yeah, you got to keep refreshing. That's great. That's great for us to, we're trying to grow this product, 1.1K, and yeah, we're
And there's
fucked.
nothing you can do about it either, because like Rumble just has day. Like you can keep refreshing, and sometimes it does get rid of the issue, but like that can get pretty painful. Like,
they kicked off Mark Dice as much as he complains about YouTube for 10 years. Now I do love Mark. Listen,
yeah, he doesn't say very offensive stuff though. That's the thing. Although he does he goes close to those third rails that I'm talking about. So he might not say overtly coarse language. Like he doesn't really even swear. He even bleeps out swears and stuff. But he does discuss those things like election interference, Jews. But although that's been relaxed now. Like there's a lot of Jew content, like anti-Jew content. I should say anti-Zionist content, not so much anti-Jew, but like anti-Zionist content on YouTube. And it's like, wow, something has been relaxed here.
Where, at YouTube?
Yeah, and generally in the wider zeitgeist as well, but just specifically on YouTube, I've noticed it.
Well, I don't know. I think it's weird, because sometimes we'll feel like we'll get a boost, like the algorithm will change, and all of a sudden we'll get an influx of people watching or something like that, or an influx of views, and then all of a sudden, it doesn't. Fourth restart and the try and going for 5. I don't know what the fuck's going on, ladies and gentlemen.
Maybe try a different browser. I don't know. Like sometimes different things work for me. I can't even, like, if I suggest something, it probably won't work. But If you've got VPN on, sometimes changing servers helps.
Trying to.
Or sometimes it even fixes it if I turn the VPN on when it wasn't before. It's bizarre.
It's so fucking. It's weird. I don't get it. I don't know why it keeps.
Well, what are they? 15 years old now?
Yeah, you think they have their shit together?
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah, it keeps going. It keeps going degenerated.
I do once a week. I just go off and spray venom at Rumble on Twitter.
Listen, I hate talking bad about them. I love the freedom you have on Rumble, and I love to be able to say what the fuck we want to say. But I mean, come on, guys, and I know that they're upping their fucking their Rumble studio thing or whatever. But I mean, at what cost? Like, what is it? Is it going to make it better?
It?
Huh?
No, have you used it?
No.
Well, it's not any different. I can tell you it's actually in some ways worse. I've been using the legacy one because it's bad. And they're like, well, we're going to need you to use the new one. I'm like, well, I won't be.
I don't know.
Like,
these are the same.
Yeah, I mean, I do. You're right about the freedom. And that's one thing I'll always say as well. Like, I mean, I will be honest when I'm spraying them. I'm like, look, they do have the freedom of discussion there, but that's the only thing they have.
Daniel, I got a question.
It's not nothing.
I got a question.
No, I didn't get paid yet.
I know. Neither did I. I know we're talking about gay things, like how gay Rumble can be sometimes. You ever been on a gay cruise?
A gay cruise?
Yeah, you ever been on a gay cruise? Have you ever been on a cruise, period? You ever been on a cruise?
You mean like on a boat?
Yeah.
No, fuck that. No way.
Why? You don't
have trouble getting on a. Why would you get on a boat with that many commoners?
Because you got AIDS.
That's where you get AIDS.
From cruises? I mean, you probably get AIDS from cruising.
You get fucking hunter virus or whatever it is. Whatever they're making up. No, cruises are crazy. I don't understand why anyone can. Like, you're trapped on there with people. But
I've taken one and I love it. I love it. I want to go back again. Amanda doesn't want to, but
I'm with Amanda. I don't fucking. What did she hate about it?
That she just doesn't like to be in the middle of nowhere with nowhere to get out.
Exactly, being nowhere to go. And like, what if someone starts dropping their ass with fucking like, what's it called, gastrointestinal fucking problems? Then you're all screwed. All of
Richie's got the monkeypox / Taco Bell issue today.
Right. If you jump on a fucking ship, then everyone will have it. It's hey ginger lamb chops.
Hey, ginger lamb chops. I like that one. Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, once again, we talk about how everybody hates this country, right? Nobody likes this country's racist, homophobic. No, I didn't go on a gay cruise. I went on a regular cruise, Richard.
Is America homophobic?
That's what ask anybody, they'll tell you. We're racist, Americans are racist, homophobics. Transphobes.
I don't know what racist means anymore, so you might be. I mean, Australia is a little bit, but I don't think there's anything actually wrong with that. But also, homophobic, I don't think. You're one of the gayest fucking continents on Earth.
I mean, you would think.
One of. I don't know. You used to be the gayest for sure, but I think you've got some good competition now with Britain and Canada and even Australia.
But we got this news story right here. It says gay man on LGBTQ cruise blocked from Turkey and Egypt. I think what's really disappointing What's really disappointing is that we spend a lot of our time as gay people trying to find safe spaces in Turkey and Egypt. In Turkey and Egypt. We were excited to go to new places and potentially experience that safe space. Well, I guess fucking not.
Have you ever hung out with gays in number?
Yeah.
Like, not just one. Like, as in you're outnumbered by the rest of them.
A gaggle of gays?
Yeah, a gaggle of faggot.
Yeah, gaggle of fags, yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the most funnest times I've ever had. I'm not gonna lie.
Right, but it's not exactly. You wouldn't call it safe, would you?
I mean, there was eyes. I mean, there was eyes being.
Let's just forget the prospect of you being knobbed up the arsehole for a second. Let's just say, but like generally, they engage in activities that are not particularly safe. There's a lot of drug taking. There's a lot of unprotected sex, which may be not applicable to you in that context. But they are very vicious people. Like, they're worse than women with women. You know how women and women get and they're fucked? Gays are worse. And so with this safe space shit, it's like honestly, the safest you are is away from all of that. I'm not saying don't be gay or anything. I'm just saying when you fucking all your friends are gay and you hang around and you go into little gay enclaves, you're at the most risk you've ever been.
That's Daniel, Glenn. That's Daniel. I don't know.
The limey. What does that mean?
He's not a limey. He's actually Australian. Okay, he's not limey. He's Australian.
Oh, is that
limey's
like a
Brit
Kiwi reference?
It's a Brit.
Oh.
Limey's a Brit.
I haven't heard that one.
You've never heard of limey?
No.
Yeah.
I sound a little British though because I don't have the full on no.
Glenn, I would love to have you and Daniel have a conversation because Daniel was a Trump supporter at one point, and Daniel fell off the Trump train. He's not happy with it. I would love to have you guys have a conversation, but I think it's like Rich, when Rich had that conversation with anybody else where he just starts into yelling. I think that's what would happen. Yeah, rumbling a lot tonight.
I know the instant you say anything critical against Trump you'll just get the accusations of TDS, which ironically in itself is a deranged response in itself.
To be honest with you, you're not wrong. And listen, and I know a lot of people in our chat love Trump. Tony's one of them. No matter what,
there's a lot to like about him. Or at least
Tony,
it was.
Tony loves Trump, and listen. And I don't give a shit. You love Biden. You love fucking DSA. It's your own opinion. You're allowed to. But once again, I am just a person in the fucking middle. If I had to choose a team, would I go? That's the side I would go to. Yeah, that's the side I would be on. I'm not choosing.
I still would. Yeah. I mean, I still would choose him.
I mean, you still want to come to America and live here.
Yeah, and like he was championing it, at least I think he was a total fucking liar at the end of it, and it was a disappointment. But the promises he represented, and at least in part delivered in his first term, I was like, well, this is pretty good. Like, I got the hat and everything, dude. So like, and when I jump off the train, it was for very specific reasons, and it's like there's still things that I can appreciate about him.
Yes, yeah, you're right, Glenn. No, Trump has done some stuff I'm not happy about, but he's for sure best we got and have had in the life. Yeah.
So I think that's probably still true as well. Yeah. And it's just because of that, it's extra disappointing.
Listen, I get it. He promised a lot of shit that he didn't do, like immigrations. I wanted all the motherfuckers out, all of them. And then, they kind of got to slow roll everything and stuff like, but listen, he's doing the best he can with what he's got, because a lot of these fucking idiots are all embedded in this. Like, I don't understand. What I don't understand is how you can rah a family lineage of fucking people. Well, he's never had he's never been in Congress. He's never run for anything before. These are the same motherfuckers who voted in Cory Bush and AOC. So you're going to sit there and fucking complain about Trump never being in politics, blah, blah, blah. Mind you, he's been in politics technically since the 60s and 70s.
They're cool with this customary nepotism of fucking, what's the name, Graham coming in, though. And everyone's like, oh, well, it's just temporary. No, it's not. It's not temporary. She's the new South Carolina senator. I'm sorry. That's just how it is. That position is a purchased position. So there is no voting.
Ginger, my wife's a half and half. Okay? My wife's a half and half. She enjoys the pleasure of a woman. What do I give a fuck?
Oh, don't all women.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, listen, honestly.
Some are just more honest about it.
Well, yeah. You know, you have the Bible thumping women who's like, oh, I would never, as they're fucking rubbing as they're rubbing one out to fucking Gina talk about her fucking pleasure toys on Saturday nights.
Half a glass of Prosecco and they'll be flicking beans.
Prosecco, you give them 2 glasses of box wine and they're just sitting there like, oh, your tits are marvelous. Your tits look great.
On the TDS thing, have you noticed, because it's something that really is fucking obviously repellent on both sides, but the original TDS was obviously the leftist version. Have you noticed that it might just be in my head, but I feel like that has not gone away, but it has evolved into something less aggressive now?
What do you mean, TDS?
I think that's in the leftist version of it, because the MAGA version has started to take flight. And they're getting really deranged now. Not all of them, but
I think a lot of
the ones that aren't deranged left MAGA, and they're just sort of still ideologically similar, but they're no longer under that banner.
But that's why. Oh wait, hold on. That makes a great point. If he wasn't sued and stopped and obsessed every step of the way, and his ego gets stroked, he hires commies who work behind his back like Bondi. Yeah.
I know. So this is part of the shit that annoys us, though. It's like, you're never going to learn, though, are you, mate? You're just a dumb cunt. Why do you keep picking people like Jeff Sessions?
Because
remember that little fucking midget?
Yes, but because once again, he's not
Todd Blanche. That's not
gay.
better than Pam Bondi.
No, Todd Blanche is Todd Blanche is gay. The other guy, isn't he? The press secretary? Not the press secretary. There was another guy who's gay.
In the senior cabinet?
Yeah, the finance or something like. He talks like this.
Oh, Scott Bessent.
Scott Bessent's gay. But
he's
but
got
Trump
a son, but like. Yeah,
but Trump hates gay people. Like, it's just, and then Richard Grinnell. That's what they say. Richard Grinnell.
He does.
Richard Grinnell was another one, and they're just like Trump hate. Like, no, nobody really hates gay people anymore. Even the people who say, like, the KKK probably has black members at this point.
Dude, the Nazi party. Not Anton Drexler. Was it Anton Drexler? Whoever led the SA, the Sturmabteilung, there's brown shirts in the night. Yeah. He was gay. People don't really hate gays that much. What they don't like or appreciate is degeneracy and people rubbing lifestyle certain shit onto children, and and the destruction of societal norms. That's what people don't appreciate. And if that's caused by a bunch of gay cunts or whatever, they're gonna be annoyed about that.
Yeah, Ginger said Seattle has people running around naked through the streets. I think most people are just sick of everything being based around someone's sexuality instead of being good people. And
it is. It's degeneracy. People don't like it.
No, and especially
why should they?
But here's the thing, especially when it involves your children. Also, it's like I don't want my fucking. I don't want my son at the age of 10 to see tits or fucking penis. Like, is it going to happen? Probably, but I'm not going to sit there and encourage it and go to a pride parade where everything's hanging out.
It just so happens that the universe delivered me as a faggot, right? And I can't really change that. I'm all right with it now. I wasn't always, but I am okay with it now. I wouldn't want that for my children. I would accept it and I would be okay with it, but I wouldn't want it for them.
But here's the thing. To be honest with you, and we said it the other day, you get 3 guys in a room, it's the gayest room you're in. 3 straight men in a room together, and it's the gayest room you're in.
I don't know, Dave.
Like I
need some pretty gay rooms.
Like it's like, and once again, it's 2026. Nobody gives a fuck anymore. You could be a turtle at home if you want, but if you go to
like
work,
Mitch McConnell.
He's been doing it for years. But if you go to work and you start telling people, like that fucking guy that got fired from Chili's for not calling the person, I think, oh fuck, what was its like? Its name was like bath salt or something. I have no fucking idea. Or machete. Like he wouldn't call her. He called her by her government name, and she didn't want to be called. So he got fired.
Well, it was a dead name.
Yeah, because he dead named them.
And so what? The new one was some ridiculous fucking.
Yeah, so the new one was like fucking anarchist gunmetal or so. I have no fucking idea. But yeah, but he got fired from Chili's, and it got picked up by Libs of TikTok, and the guy fucking he skyrocketed. That's the thing is, you get one story on you, and all of a sudden you're fucking you just skyrocket to fame, and it's like winning the lottery. A lot of times people can't handle it, and they just fucking. They falter and they kilter, and then people try. Of course, they'll dig into your past and they'll start to, come up with this stuff. Like I don't. What?
This reminds me of fucking Jordan Peterson. He's getting a toweling right now on the internet.
Why?
Fuck me. Well, because he's come out with some tweet about the Jews in staunch defense of them, and it's just attracting him a lot of ire from people, particularly those who are following his Christian. Theological discussions
about what though?
So what is the tweet? It is can I share my screen for a second?
Go ahead. Put it on.
I am a rectangular and you are a circle. I am rectangular.
Oh no, not the 7-inch asshole thing again. Stop it, Davey. That's Rich. Rich is the one who tells everybody that you can stretch your asshole out 7 inches. Well, the Rumble doesn't want me to be here. Apparently, the podcast won't play no matter what I do. Ginger, if you want to go, I'll put. I think I'm gonna stay on YouTube.
Go to YouTube
for the whole time.
Put the chatters in.
I'll put it in.
You've got your chatters. So that's all that matters, right?
I think so. What up? What up, Jim tells you? Awesome guest sitting.
Timothy. Yeah. I try real hard. I was, dying of pneumonia and stuff, but
Jim, it might be me and you tomorrow, buddy. Might be me and you tomorrow because Rich has got the Taco Bell fucking
I've got my screen sharing.
Okay, yeah, trying to get to the comments, guys. Guys, remember, please comment. I'll get to them. I'm doing this. I'm running the show by myself right now. So, but yeah, if it's sucking on Rumble, make sure you go over to YouTube for now, and make sure you subscribe. Also, give us a like. If you want to comment, you can. But yeah, we're also on YouTube. But yeah, we're coming up on our YouTube number. We're at 1460 on YouTube somehow, but we're catching that real quick. We're at 101K. I don't know what I'm going to do at 1.5K, but I guess I'll have to do something to top the 1K. It's gonna be hard.
I did nothing. I got to 1.4 yesterday, and I did nothing at 1. But this is kicking off because someone with, how there's this discussion about the term Judeo-Christian and how it sort of just only came about recently, and it was never a term before. This is what this is about. So he's quote tweeted someone about the Judeo-Christian. Someone's defending the use of Judeo-Christian. He says, with regards to Judeo-Christian, the 10 Commandments are Jewish. The great stories of the Old Testament are Jewish. The Jews developed the idea of subsidiary as the alternative to tyranny and slavery. The Jews established the cultural preconditions for the rise of universal literacy. The fate of Israel at the hands of the Islamists is the fate of the West. The rising tide of anti-Semitism sickens me. Those of you engaging in it for your oh-so-moral reasons, you're despicable. This guy's lost. And remember, you're proud Christians, quote-unquote Christians, objecting in all your purity to the term. No, people don't appreciate just like 100,000 people just being slaughtered. They just don't like it. And the rest of us don't like the world just being run by these cunts. That's what
Jews?
It is. Yeah, it doesn't even have to be a moral position. It's like, get the fuck out of my wallet.
And Jim tells you with the member. Welcome in, Jim. What's this? I'm here for a minute and it's all Jews.
Oh, dude, I've got some better stuff for you here. Look, this one's great. You should have a look at my...
Me too, Tony.
I mean, These fucking stories that come out.
Well,
like,
here's
all
what I
right.
don't like about it is that a quarter of our people who run our country are that faith. Like I don't.
Well,
it started off with.
but you can't say that otherwise. Do you know that's an arrestable offence in my country?
Is it really?
Yes, because it suggests that they have inordinate leverage and power
What up,
over
Kay?
government. And the IHRA has declared that as anti-Semitic, and that is the definition the Australian government has adopted for their hate speech laws. And someone is currently being put in prison for it. Well, he's on trial and about to go to prison for it because he said, he didn't use any coarse language, he didn't say it. He said the Jewish lobby has a lot of, I mean, I could be arrested for saying this now. I can. But this is funny. Can I play this for a second?
Do you remember this? Do you remember that one of the posts that you liked yesterday morning before court said, or it started off with this, when some fuckwit in a suit starts questioning your integrity and using his fucktard snake logic, he learnt getting his tonsils bruised by some lecturer's spotty dick at their non-binary law school. Remember one thing, that this cunt will be one of the first to be held down and drowned in a muddy puddle for his fancy jacket when society crumbles.
I love that. I mean, that's an old favourite of mine. I play that regularly, but this is a good new one. Me mum's a lampshade.
Me uncle's Adidas, heard he was short.
You gotta play it from the start. Oh yeah, wait, you can't play it. We're on YouTube.
Yeah, we can't play it.
They might strike that. And
Because
then
of the song.
Why do you have to type all your emojis out?
Anyway, I've done my Jew baiting for today. Oh, this guy, he's going to prison.
That's the guy who went.
We are here for one reason.
Make it bigger.
One simple and fundamental reason, which is that the Australian people, not the organised Jewish community, should determine what our laws are, what our freedoms are, what our rights are. The New South Wales government has passed laws restricting political speech and protest under
this
the
goes for 4
direction
minutes, but it's all like this.
and the pressure of the Jewish lobby.
I mean, I don't know if I don't think it's particularly insightful or interesting what he's saying. It's true what he's saying.
I mean, your country's fucked, dude. Your country's fucked.
But he's going to jail for this now. And there was another guy who said something even less significant than that.
Yeah, but they're trying to do that.
I filmed it, and he was taken off to. He's currently in prison.
But they're trying to do that in America. I don't know.
Yeah, they are.
So last week we played a guy in Texas, and in Texas we looked it up. In Texas, if you say something to somebody that caused them to be violent, you're the one getting arrested. It's incitement. Yeah. It's incitement. Yeah, they're doing in fucking Texas.
Well, because they have this new thing now, this new term of what's it called? Integrational trauma. And so that's considered in all of these cases now. He raped how many young women? But he's still a lovely young man who's just adjusting to the new culture. Well, maybe don't let him in. What? Maybe he's not recoverable. You know what I mean? Maybe that. I can't even say what kind of punishment is appropriate for that.
I don't know.
I mean, I can say it, but it would not work well for you would get your channel removed.
Let's try.
No, you know what I'm talking about. You know what should happen. What do you think should happen to pedophiles?
Oh, wood chipper.
Same thing. Exactly. Same thing. Would chip them.
There's not a. I mean, they have a past. They have a problem.
Yeah,
it's not as bad. There's not as it's not as bad as the other ones. But
it's a different natured problem. Someone asked me this question the other day. They said, which do you think is the bigger problem? I think it was in the context of Australia, but I think this just applies equally to the West. They were like, do you think the Muslim issue is worse than the Jewish issue? And it's difficult to say, actually. They're both very bad issues, but they're differently natured. So
here's the thing. And listen, once again, I'm going to preface this because I got to preface. I don't have no problem with anybody. I have no problem with any of them.
I do. I've no problem with people.
The problem is that they've embedded themselves into these things. They've embedded themselves into the American government to the point where they were trying to pass a law, and I think they pretty much did, that if you speak ill of Jewish people, it's a crime. Like, no, I don't care who you speak ill. You could speak ill of Puerto Ricans. You could speak ill of blacks. You could speak ill of Mexicans. You have the right to speak ill of anybody you fucking want to. The problem is there's a huge problem with Jewish people being embedded in a lot of our shit. In Hollywood, in movie makings, in banking, in our government, like the people who make laws, like there's a lot.
Right.
And
so even if they can't, and they are actually passing laws to imprison you over this stuff, but even in the circumstances where they cannot, they now have things called client-side scanning, where your phones literally for the longest time, people were like, oh yeah, the government scans all our shit anyway. Once it's transmitted, they do. And that's a small division within the government that is not exactly widely spread to every minister. Like, they can't just access it at any time. The intelligence community can. But that's up to them. Now they've got client-side scanning, which means even if you're typing out a message and then delete it without sending it, that is recorded. And the device itself automatically reports anything nefarious to the police. Automatically. So now it's at a civic level and a low-tier government level. They can access everything you've been saying now. And even if there's no laws that will imprison you over these things, because they own all the corporations, they'll just bar you from employment.
Okay,
I
personally don't think that Trump is taking orders from Israel. He's told Benjamin Netanyahu to go fuck himself multiple times. I don't think anybody's taking direction from Israel. Once again, there's a lot of people of the Jewish community who are in too much of our shit. And I don't like it. I don't, like you said, when you think about it, a quarter of our representatives are Jewish who will join the march from the river to the sea. And they're Jewish.
That's a banned term here too. You can't say that.
Oh yeah, that's right. You had a song that said that in it, and they got
John Farnham, yeah, and they censor it now.
We together like the river to the sea, you and me.
But like fucking,
here's Glenn. I'm hoping it's like a big like it's a giant rubber band. Like he's just pulling back, and just fucking this last year as president, he fucking snaps and just.
I gotta say, that sounds like the craziest copium I've ever heard.
No, I'm just saying.
It's
I'm
been
hoping
8 years, for fuck's sake.
It's not been 8 years.
He's been in opposite. He wasn't in office that whole time, but it's been 10 years or 9-10 years since he first was president.
Yeah.
And so he's been politically active in the sphere that whole time. Even if he's not president, you're still effective in opposition.
Yeah, I get that. But once again, he's also, like I said, he's held down by certain things. Once you get to your last year, they call it the lame duck session because there's really nothing.
Because you can't do anything.
If he just goes full bore and does what Trump usually does, is start throwing a bunch of shit at the wall and everybody's trying to keep up with him and he can't, and he throws 100 things at the wall and maybe gets 10, 20 things passed, but like 10, 20 significant things.
They call it lame duck because that's the period in which they're least effective because they can't enact.
But once again, he's not every other president though. Every other president.
No, the term is still the term. It's not a product of his personality that changes that. If you're in that last period of the term, then you're just in effect. You cannot. No one takes you seriously. Corporations don't take you. No, it is true. They're looking to the new incoming administration because that's what's going to affect them more.
Okay. So
and
then
also, if
nobody's looking at him, then he's going to get shit. Then he can get shit passed. Then if nobody thinks he's going to do anything, you think Trump's just going to go out in a?
What do you mean? There's an eternal accusation that he's going to do things, even shit that he's never even considered doing. He's
like,
of all people who are immune from this, he's not one. He is absolutely not one of them. And now, like I got to say, if he's not taking orders, I can't tell you whether he's taking orders from Israel or not because it's not exactly clear what's going on there. It seems somewhat suspicious, though. But like, if he's not taking orders from Israel, then he is the Zionist, and he is it. That's even worse, in my opinion, because then this is all of his own volition, and then he's Israel first.
Yeah, but what? Okay, so once again, the United States government is embedded with Israel. It's not Trump.
But he isn't. But he's the president.
Yeah,
and he's what we're talking about. You're correct about that. Put that aside. Everyone in the discussion about this singular person and what his motivations are, they say, oh, he's not taking orders from Israel. Then he's doing it off his own volition. And that makes him even worse. That means he's the Zionist cunt that doesn't put America first. It's almost more favorable to me. I would be more forgiving to him if he was taking orders and if he was compromised. Like that, at least he would be somewhat redeemed as the person, as the American. But if it's all him, well, that's even worse, in my opinion.
I don't know. Ow. I'm bleeding.
But you're fucking totally right about the entrenchment of, and because it's not just recently either. It's like the last 50 years.
Yeah.
So it's not you're not going to unfuck it in a day, or even a single administration. It'll take generations.
Yeah, I don't. Hold on, sorry. Gotta order din din.
What are you getting?
Macca's.
Oh, you fucking.
Listen, it's payday. So when it's payday.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Well, it is for us. But yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. I listen. I don't think he's embedded with Israel, because once again he's told Benjamin Netanyahu to go fuck himself a time or two. And I just think that.
I mean, that's what Axios reported, because that was what they planted in there.
Well, I think a lot of people have reported that also, not just Axios.
Yeah. Okay, but it's all so like what they do when they need to like manufacture or like let's say manicure the narrative. This is the very reason that they have these press offices in the White House. Like all of these news agencies have offices, not all of them, but many of them have agencies within, because they are specifically chosen to leak things. And that they chose, it wouldn't have leaked otherwise. Nothing does. They chose for that specifically to leak. Why did they do that? And also ask yourself, why is JD Vance now doing a fucking podcast circuit going against the Jews? Because they're shitting themselves. They know the fucking public's turned on them. They know that this is a big problem, a huge problem. And they haven't, like even JD Vance on, I don't know if anyone's watched the YouTube, the Joe Rogan interview. I got through about an hour and a half and I'm like, this cunt is so full of shit. I can't stomach it anymore. You can go on about COVID camps. We'll be in full agreement. I'm not presenting my country as a solution or anything better. It's so much worse. It's so much worse. And in fact, we've imported the same Jewish problem now. Like we are fucked. We are unrecoverable. At least America may have some chance. May. It's looking slim. But probably the only chance the West has. So don't come at me with the COVID shit, because there's nothing we'll disagree with, and it's a weak argument. It's just a total misdirection. It's not what we're talking about at all.
I don't know. I don't know. Once again, we're just giving opinions. I mean, we're not fucking news people. We're just giving our opinions on what we think is the thing.
You keep saying auntie instead of Aussie. I fucking hate phone auto recorrect. Do you know what's the worst? When it says can, it turns can into can't or can't into can. That really can make things awkward.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's sometimes. I mean, listen, we haven't given up our guns, but we've given up a lot of gun rights in this country when they tried to fucking bump stock, and Trump's just like, yeah, let's get rid of the bump stock, and everybody went, no, Or even with COVID, everybody's like, Trump's like, yeah, get the COVID shot, and everybody went, no.
I might be wrong about Trump. I could be wrong about Trump. That's fine. I mean, I'm not 100% convinced, but it is the opinion I currently have, which, like Davey says, has evolved.
It's changed. It's changed. And listen, and once again, my opinions on Trump have changed too. Like listen, I have a Trump hat, and that's the only thing, because I'm not one of those people that will, jump on especially politicians. But I fucking hate all of them. None of them have our real fucking interest at heart. They're all speaking until they get into fucking into the office. Then when they get into the office, they all fucking cheat to keep their fucking seat. And so, it's
people will say, I'd like to see what you say when you're proven wrong. I'm like, but I've already, that's already happened for me. Like, I was for him, and then I had to come out and be like, well, I was wrong. That was painful. It was embarrassing, and it was very disappointing. But it is what it is. And so, I can only be honest about my position there. So I've already gone through that and sort of fronted as that, well, look, I'm sorry, I was wrong. And that was really embarrassing. That was probably before anyone else was doing it. Not before anyone else, but at the start of people turning, I'm like, this guy is not it. And that's a painful experience. That may happen again. Maybe I'll have to turn around and be like, you know what? I was wrong about being wrong. I was right the first time. Maybe that will happen, and I'll be prepared.
Yeah, but that's the difference, and that's what that's what people got to understand. You can have your opinions and be wrong as long as you go, hey, I was fucking wrong. And then the people, and then the people who, and this is what I don't like about, people who are staunch on both sides, is that they go, and that's why that's why I left the debate sphere, because I used to debate all the time, because you give them one, and that's it, and they go, see, I was right. I told you. It's like, bro, relax. Okay, you were right. Congratulations. Good for you.
They still built them, and they still continue building them. And I think they've built more in it. There's one in each state now. It's not good. So I fully agree with you about the COVID shit. And I'm not offended if you want to trash Australia, because you're probably right.
Yeah, he knows he wants to come to America. He wants badly to be here. He just has he was a Trump supporter, and now he doesn't like some of the things that he's seeing. And that's what everybody's allowed to have their opinion.
They are, but what it is funny to me is this jingoist butthurt that people get. You say the thing, and suddenly you're attacking the entire nation. In fact, I'm trying to advocate for your freedom that you invented, basically, constitutionally. So, if anything, I'm more on your side than you seem to be of the nation right now.
I just, like I said, I just find it funny that some people are just so dug in that they kind of don't want to have the conversation. And I don't mind either way, to be honest with you. I'd like to hear other people's opinions. I watch CNN because, once again, I know what Fox News is going to say, but I like to hear other people's opinions and I don't know.
What do you think about the Flock shit? That's getting pretty bad.
That's fucking bad. That's retarded. That's so bad.
And the freest nation anymore.
Yeah, but the fact that it's a private company doing it, it's fucking retarded, and we're paying and we're fitting the bill for it, because the police departments are paying for it, and the police department gets money from where? The taxpayers. So ultimately, we're funding a private company to spy on ourselves that the cops are using now to. There was a lady the other week that she was going through town, and they pulled her. They went to her house because her truck was spotted going to into a neighborhood,
that. And it wasn't even her.
Yeah, it wasn't even her. My favorite is watching the people take it down. That's fucking great.
Yeah, it's very satisfying, isn't it? And all the memes. But there is, when I consider these Western countries as really essentially one block. Obviously not as a nation state. They're distinct, and they should remain that way. But in terms of the Western society, it's kind of one big block. And so when one corner of it's failing, I don't like seeing Britain doing what it's doing. I mean, Canada's a bit quiet at the moment, but they've done some fucking hideous shit as well. When things go down here, it's bad for all of us. And
Canada's going to go down
when it goes down
flames.
in America, it's like, well, America really is the leader of it. So like when that is sick, it's like, well, we're all in a bit of trouble. And it's not an attack, but like oh fuck, I had something really brilliant to say and I forgot. Damn it. Just trust me, it was incredibly brilliant. No, it's about something else.
I think you're right. You know, when something happens in America, it becomes a problem even bigger because we're the freest country in the world.
Yeah.
And when other countries see that our rights are being stripped away from us, other countries are just like, well
there's no hope for us then. Like we're tethered to that idea. Like
if 2A went away
for us.
Like if the Second Amendment went away in America, no country would have guns. That's it. It'd be fucking completely over.
There's the boots are always marching, they say. And so like there's always going to be a global hegemon. Who would you rather it be? America or fucking an Islamic state or an Israeli state? Or, you know, what I pick your poison, but I think America, I would still choose them. The eating babies shit is a bit concerning to me. This is more of a new revelation. So I'm still coming to terms with that. And I'm not entirely sure what the truth is there. Obviously, they ate babies, but I don't know if that's specifically American. I don't think I can pin that on America or even the West. But that seems to be like a transnational issue that only applies. I just asked you my Coke.
That's what you get. See what happens? You talk bad about Trump. No, that's so. You know,
I'm still gonna drink it.
It's funny. It's funny to me that every time somebody bashes Trump, something like bad happens to them, and it's kind of like, oh
no, dickhead. It's because I have 2 cans exactly the same, and one of them's empty.
Why don't you take the top of the one?
You fucking idiot!
It's Trump's fault. Fuck you.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. George Orwell, in his book 1984, that's the kind of the only thing he got wrong in that was that he said that the state would be the ultimate power, whereas what's actually happened is it's become a corporate and transnational government. There already is a global government, like a one world government. It's through corporations. They have more power than governments.
Yeah,
they sway governments. Governments mold to their whim
because it's fucking. It's money. It's about money. The same thing once again. The COVID shot. Everybody was telling you to fucking stay home or get the COVID shot, and CNN and all these fucking news networks are doing all these fucking. You got to take the shot. These many people are dying. Blah blah blah. Brought to you by Pfizer. Sorry, excuse me. What? These fucking companies are sitting there shilling their shit on the news channel that's telling you to get the shit that this company's making. Like,
at some point we're gonna just have to fight, but we keep
Okay, sorry.
We keep waiting for Trump to get everything done and then crying when he has trouble doing something. I mean, he's running out of time. That's the only thing. He's nearing the end of his tenure. So, and he's old, so he could die soon, like just as a matter of time.
Okay, he's answered. He said he doesn't agree with it. He thinks it's stupid, and they're still building. I think eventually what they're going to try to do, you know, who's gonna take over those fucking camps and start putting people in it. I get that guy who got arrested probably end up in a COVID camp. They're going to start putting people in camps that talk bad about the government.
Then what happens in 20 years once the pendulum hard swings back? Guess who's going to take over those camps and run them? That guy. And they are national. By the way, that guy, he was saying things that were totally correct and that I agree with. However, he's also a national socialist. Like an actual Nazi. Like that's what they go by, and everything. It's not like that's not a slur. Like that, they identify as that. So that is the prospect for this nation. Eventually, that's not good either. I don't think that's a good thing. National socialism isn't good.
No, I think
nationalism is okay. That's a good thing.
Yeah, being proud of your fucking country. Once again, you're allowed to be proud of being black. You're allowed to be proud to be Mexican, Puerto Rican, fucking Cuban, fucking everything else, but proud to be white. All of a sudden, you know,
I'm gonna just drink it. Let's see how bad this is.
I mean, you sucked it into your body.
Yeah, but it's ashes. It's like grittiness in your teeth.
Yeah, but you're still eating. You're still drinking something that they used to clean fucking chains.
Dude, look at the fucking these. Look at this. That looks like I've been fingering a fucking asshole, but it's a nicotine stain. Because I'm so white.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Rollies.
I got it on. We all know Trump's always fucking late.
But look, let's we can reconfigure this if you like. We can stop. I don't like taking the position of bashing because I love America. I really love America. I really do. I always have since I was a kid. It is. Some would say it's unpatriotic and blasphemous for me to say, but it is a better country than mine in some ways. In a lot of ways. So like, I really think
name one better country than America. Oh, is that?
To report that our country is safer, stronger, and far wealthier than it has ever been before. We are doing great. Less than 2 years ago, we inherited an economic and social disaster. After the worst inflation in 48 years, the wide open borders with millions and millions of people pouring in from all over the world, including criminals of all types, and 11,888 murders, many of whom killed more than one person. We had transgender for everybody, men and women sports, crime ravaging our cities, and the whole world was laughing at us as a nation, but not anymore. 2 years ago, our country was dead. Now we are the hottest country anywhere in the world. America is respected like we have never been respected before. We have more money being invested in the United States than at any time in the history of our country. More Americans are working today than ever before. This week, it was announced that inflation saw the largest monthly decline in more than 6 years. Just happened. It was just given out. The media reported it, and we accept it. The best in 6 years. The tax cuts in our great, big, beautiful bill are saving hardworking families thousands and thousands of dollars, like with the provisions, no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security for our great seniors, along with the interest deduction on a loan used to purchase a car, but only if that car is made in America, and a 100% expensing for our job-creating businesses. Our stock markets are at their highest point in many years, but we can actually say of all time. And your 401ks, pensions, and retirement accounts are setting records every single day, the highest in history. For years, we paid the highest price for prescription drugs anywhere in the world. Now we pay the lowest price under my most favored nation's policy because I was able to get the rest of the world and the pharmaceutical companies to act responsibly. Drug prices are coming down by 70, 80, and 90%.
Thank you, Tony.
TrumpRx.gov. This will ultimately reduce the cost of healthcare. You have to go to TrumpRx.gov and take advantage of it. But the cost of healthcare is coming way down because of what we've done with prescription drugs. And with Trump accounts, every child in America now has access to a tax-free investment account. to save for their future. Billions and
I'm gonna
billions
sign
of
Ryan up for
dollars are
that.
being invested, put in by companies and individuals to take care of our children so that at age 18, they will have potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars in their account, and
Love
they'll
you,
get
Tony.
off to a great
Love you,
start
brother.
in life. So for that, go to trumpaccounts.gov and sign up your child or any child who'd like to sign up. Our previously wide open borders have been transformed into the most secure borders in the history of our country, with 0 illegal aliens being admitted to the United States in the past
That's one good thing.
14 months. That is 0. Nobody thought it was possible. We had the worst border.
Wait till the last
in
5
history
months
of
of
our
his
country,
his
and now we have the
presidency.
best.
They're gonna have another
Crime is
fucking bus on the
plummeting
way.
nationwide, with the murder rate at its lowest
What up,
level
Jennifer?
since 1900, or more than 125 years ago. We're making a record investment in our armed forces, and we have the strongest and most powerful military by far anywhere in the world. I built it during my first term, and unfortunately, we're forced to use it now. We won in Venezuela, which is now working with us to produce millions and millions of barrels of oil. We are likewise winning big in Iran, and you will see the fruits of that labor very, very shortly. America is back and doing really well, but we still have a major challenge that must be urgently addressed, because no country can be great without fair
Only
and
240,000
honest
border
elections.
crossings last year.
You have to trust your country, because if there can be no trust, there can be no greatness. And that's very simple. No trust, no greatness. For many years,
Since January,
I've called for a bold,
35,000
swift, and
border crossings. That's
decisive
it.
action
Since
to
January.
protect the integrity
total
of
or
America's
illegal?
elections. Every American
Wow.
deserves to know that when they cast their vote, that vote will be counted accurately in a system, and that is to make that system secure. One where cheating and interference are not just difficult, but virtually impossible. Unfortunately, the system we have today falls catastrophically short of that standard. Tonight, I'm announcing the immediate declassification and release of critical intelligence revealing shocking vulnerabilities in our election infrastructure.
Oh, here we go.
This evidence shows that the election system we have dangerously exposes, and really exposes like levels never thought possible, to hacking, exploitation, and foreign interference. Just as disturbingly, this vital information has for many years been covered up and hidden from you, the American people, our beautiful, our great American people. But that all changes right now. The documents we will release starting tonight have been gathered by the White House Government Transparency Task Force, a great group of people, along with the staff of the President's Intelligence Advisory Board, supported by our top intelligence agency chiefs, who have all personally reviewed
Jonah,
the findings. We are presenting this evening and fully confirmed
I don't like it
their
when they say
authenticity.
transparency.
You can see these documents for yourself at
opacity.
whitehouse.gov. That's whitehouse.gov. Go check it out. Our purpose in disclosing this information is not to weaken confidence in election, but to earn that confidence by confronting vulnerabilities and correcting them very quickly. And that's what we're
He's got
doing.
some phlegm in his
The
throat.
documents cover 5
He's gonna
major
die. Everybody's
areas
gonna
of
say.
concern.
Hillary Clinton.
First, they show that
Fucking 80
over
years
a
old.
period of years, starting during the 2020 election cycle, the People's Republic of China carried out what is believed to be the largest compromise of election data in history,
You're not wrong.
resulting in China's illicit
What signature?
acquisition of 220 million U.S. voter files. That information includes names, addresses, phone numbers, political party preferences, and other
it's on YouTube.
sensitive data that would be needed to register to vote and engage in other nefarious activities, which is exactly what was happening. This data loss presents an unprecedented election security nightmare. The intelligence even shows that China has signed a data exploitation unit specifically to this new project.
He's a cunt.
Compounding the
Fuck
travesty, the second set of documents we are releasing reveals that members of the deep state, very, very famous group of people, many cases, in our intelligence agency work to actively suppress and downplay information about the extent of China's sinister election meddling, covering it up from both the president and the American people like nobody thought was possible. U.S. spy agencies began learning about the compromise of voter registration files in 2020 when they discovered that tens of millions of voter data, think of that, tens of millions of voters' data in 18 states have been bought, stolen, or hacked by China. Yet those responsible for sounding the alarm instead kept the information secret and hidden. They did not disclose to me as president or to anyone else, and to the best of our knowledge, they did not inform Congress. In fact, all they kept saying is, this is the most secure election in the history of our country. A standard, very pat line that was divvied out to say.
Well, so is we're the most
cover-up
transparent
of this
administration.
colossal
That's
security
bullshit.
breach
Yeah,
is even more disturbing in light of the
You just said
additional
it before.
information showing
I
that
know he
China
did.
engaged in other election-related activities to undermine my first administration and our 2020 campaign. They did not want, and they just didn't want it. They fought like hell not to have it, Donald Trump, to win, and for good reason. As the documents we are releasing show, CIA reporting explicitly stated, and I quote, in mid-2018, the Chinese Communist Party's policy was to leverage all domestic and foreign elements that were opposed to the U.S. president in an effort to reduce the U.S. president's votes and make him resign or prevent his re-election. Isn't that
That was
nice?
his phone for a
Also,
second.
in mid-2018, China was working to influence the results of the U.S. midterm elections and later the results of the 2020 presidential election itself. Separately, in mid-2019, the Chinese government's strategy against the United States was focused on undermining domestic confidence in the U.S. president. They wanted to just make you sound
Right,
like your
Kay?
president
Right?
wasn't so hot, when actually the president has done a great job, and they did everything possible to do exactly that. Going on, this document says, and this is by the CIA, the strategy included efforts to use Chinese contacts with big U.S. companies to influence U.S. business leaders to turn against the President of the United States of America. The Chinese government sought to identify U.S. journalists who had reported negatively on the U.S. president and pay them large sums of money to write more negative articles about him, as many as they could, and they didn't care what they said. The Chinese government wanted U.S. president to lose the next election, and the reason they wanted me to lose is because they knew I was wise to them, charged them billions and billions of dollars worth of tariffs, and built the strongest military anywhere in the world. We have the strongest military anywhere in the world. These are exact quotes from the CIA reporting. The name of the person doing the quote is now under review, but it gets even worse. Raw intelligence obtained by the FBI in 2020, yet buried by rogue bureaucrats, stated that China's activities even included an attempt to manufacture illegal ballots for Joe Biden. Documents show that during this period,
Joe Biden.
He is funny. Like, I do love how funny he
about
is.
China's
He's
election
fucking
targeting
great.
were kept out of the presidential briefing. These were briefings I would get almost every day. Everything was kept out that was of importance. One email among intelligence analysts admitted that they had, quote, deliberately massaged the presidential daily briefing to withhold information regarding
They
Chinese
massaged his
activities
briefing?
related to the election. Another official inside the FBI wrote that she was running, quote, a shadow government, unquote, to keep intelligence about China's election meddling from becoming
That's exactly
known
how he says
and
it,
to keep
Jennifer.
it away from the honorable press. Other officials who witnessed such efforts perceived the motivations to be blatantly political. Recently, we found significant numbers of burn bags in formation, and this is a group of bags that
I think that's true, Tony.
used to
I think
destroy
he's definitely the funniest.
information given by President Barack Hussein
Listen, you can't
Obama
beat Bush's
to be
shoe
burned. They were
dodging.
supposed to be
Funniest thing
burned.
ever happened on television.
That was pretty
bags
slick,
were
but he was
supposed
so
to be
yeah.
at a
But Trump is
different
funnier.
level by
He's got a
different
better
people
sense of humor.
incinerated and checked,
He's
but
a
it
better
never
entertainer.
happened. Maybe we got lucky. We believe this was not done on purpose, but rather through gross incompetence of the people that were supposed to burn the bags. But the findings are stunning. Today, I'm asking the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, the Department of Justice, the FBI, and the CIA to investigate how and why such crucial information was hidden, to fire those involved in the cover-up, and to file criminal charges, if appropriate, against these people. Yet concealing China's meddling was only the beginning. The third set of documents we are releasing proves that for many years, Americans were blatantly lied to about the security of our election infrastructure, including electronic voting machines. And
wonder why ABC and
ballot
NBC didn't want to
counting
air this
systems.
live. Huh?
Dishonest, almost all.
Because
They're
spent 4 years
vulnerable
saying
and
it
they're
was
easily
basically
compromised,
treason
and
to suggest it.
people within our government knew that. Tonight, we're
Hi, family
publishing
from
a series
Missouri.
of
I'm from
previously
Missouri.
classified
How
US
you guys doing?
intelligence
Hope you're
community
enjoying the show.
assessments and other reports proving that
Hope you're
our
having fun with
government
Jennifer
has
in
long
California.
known these machines are extremely
Hi,
exposed
Michelle.
to attack.
Jennifer
As
with
one
the
assessment
dono.
states, we judge that the United States adversaries, including at a minimum Russia,
We love
China,
Jennifer.
Iran, North Korea, as well as non-state groups, have the capability to compromise U.S. election infrastructure. That's unquote, but that's some statement, isn't it? Made by supposedly great patriots of our country. The document goes on to further state that, quote, we assess that centralized election-related data repositories, such as voter registration databases, poll books, and other official election websites, are most vulnerable to exploitation, and adversaries could use this access to these systems to
Anything for you,
disrupt
Jennifer.
election processes within the United States of America. Tonight, we're releasing all of those findings, and spanning from January 2020 to June 2026. This is a cyber threat aimed at the
told you
very
to
heart
change your
of
name?
our democracy.
What,
Many
he
people
disowned
have
you for voting
questioned
Trump?
whether it could
My family
actually
did,
be
kind of.
possible to electronically
That's
manipulate
craziness.
vote
See, that
totals
is
or change
derangement. That's
Yeah.
fucking
election
sick.
results on these terrible machines.
Meanwhile,
Today, we are
they were
releasing
completely on the
documents
Obama
that show
train.
The CIA obtained reporting of a specific plot to do a
Obama
big number in favor of the corrupt
killed more than
Maduro
this guy.
regime in Venezuela. And that's exactly what happened, conspiring to digitally rig their own country's elections in 2020, and that's what they did. This reporting included precise details about methods to regime develop to digitally alter vote totals in ways that could not be detected even with an audit, no matter how
If
deep
this
they
comes
went.
out, the left is going to lose
This
their fucking
intelligence
minds.
underscores why we must take urgent action to ensure that our own system
one's
can
listening to
never,
them
ever
anymore.
be hacked or compromised.
Yeah,
like
because
it
they want-
was
They
in the
used all
past.
they used all the words
The
up.
fourth set of documents
true. Nothing
reveals
means
that even
anything
when
anymore.
significant evidence of fraud has been detected, it has been buried and
Love you,
covered up.
Jen.
Among the disclosures tonight are FBI files detailing evidence of alleged fraud by a large-scale voter registration operation in Michigan. In 2020, Michigan State Police raided a Democrat
What's up,
Get
Rhoda?
Out the Vote organization.
I hope you're
a
feeling
I wonder if
better.
they'll put all this shit.
in Muskegon. And we're
I wonder if they'll
so
put all this shit
concerned
on like
by
a
what they
website,
found.
like
They
the
were
UFO
just so
stuff.
concerned. They
Probably.
couldn't believe it, actually,
I hope
that
they
they
do.
contacted the FBI in Detroit. The documents
That would
state
be
that
fucking
some
fantastic.
Yeah, that
canvassers
would be pretty
admitted to
symbolic.
FBI agents that they signed voter registration forms in other people's names, submitted fraudulent
gonna happen during his
registration
final
for
State of the
people who
Union.
did not exist, and received gift
it'll happen
cards
before if
tied
it's
to
going
their
to.
number of applications that they produced. In other
would be
words,
epic,
it
but it
was
won't happen that way.
pay, play, and cheat. The FBI agents working on the
I hope you have a
case
speedy
believe
recovery,
that
madam.
crimes
Miss
were
you around
committed,
here.
yet the Biden Department of Justice slow-walked the investigation and killed it. Tonight, I'm asking the FBI director to ensure that the matter is fully investigated and to work with the Department of Justice to prosecute those responsible for any crimes. Finally, to reveal just how vulnerable our elections continue to be, we are releasing the results of a stunning investigation by the Department of Homeland Security. According to the DHS review, state voter rolls and public records,
He's horse.
they identified approximately 278,000 non-citizens who are registered to vote in federal elections. Since Democrat states refuse to share their voter files, the real number is actually much higher than that. Yet, even this limited analysis found more than 250,000 foreigners illegally registered to vote. Put together, these disclosures reveal an election system so broken and so vulnerable that no one can possibly defend it. It is not defensible. Hundreds of millions of U.S. voter files are in the hands of foreign governments. Our machines and ballot counting systems are exposed to hacking and manipulation and corruption. China and other countries have been trying to meddle in our elections. Evidence of fraud has been buried. Hundreds of thousands of non-citizens and dead people are listed and active on the voter rolls.
That's what makes no sense why they won't let them get rid of them.
With no voter ID.
I mean, I know why,
no
but
proof
still.
of citizenship, and tens of millions of ballots floating aimlessly through the mail. As one example of the insanity, California's recent election for mayor of LA and governor was held on June 2nd, long time ago, but it was just completed a few days ago on July 10th. Think of that, much more than 1 month. Took a month to count the votes. I wonder what they were doing. This is worse than any third world country. There's no third world country that has elections like we have. In a rare move, NBC and ABC Fake News have both said that they would not cover this speech. They knew what it was about because of the fact that they don't like the topic, because they know how corrupt our system is and they don't want to reveal it. They and others in the media are part of a plot. They want to continue this fraud for whatever reason. They want to keep it going. They want to protect the radical left. They can't have a
Thank you,
great
Jen.
country.
I love
That's
you.
true. You can't have a great country without
You're
free and fair elections. Fraud like this should mean a revocation of their licenses. They use our public multi-billion-dollar in value airways for absolutely no money. They pay nothing. All we want is honesty in our elections and honesty in reporting. They pay nothing for multi-billion-dollar assets. Great damage has been done to our country. Our elections were left vulnerable to being rigged and stolen, and the trust of the American people was lost.
Nope.
This cannot be allowed to continue. Every American, whether you're a Republican, Democrat, Independent, or otherwise, should be able to agree that we deserve the most secure, honest, and fair election system anywhere in the world. Secure elections should be a partisan, we should be together. Democrats, Republicans, Independents, everybody. And it should not be a partisan issue.
We've got rigged elections
to
too.
unite us, not to divide us. This should be a cause. We should be united, not divided. In light of the brand new and irrefutable information I have revealed tonight, my administration is in the process of notifying the states whose election data was compromised by the People's Republic of China and many others. We will be working closely to mitigate any harm, and we're taking swift action to ensure that sensitive voter data is better protected so we can never be bought, we can never be hacked, and we can never watch a stolen election again. Tomorrow, the Secretary of Homeland Security will hold a briefing to outline his department's recent work confirming cyber vulnerabilities in our electronic voting systems. They are bad. We're in the process of informing governors, senators, and members of Congress of potential issues in their states. If you look at voting today, it's in such bad shape in so many states, and we are committing to fix it. And we're also committing to be working
Some of them
with
need to
those
go to
states
jail,
and local
right?
A lot of them
jurisdictions
need to go
help
to
them
fucking
fix
jail.
and patch
Yeah, some of those
known
media cunts,
technical vulnerabilities
wouldn't happen
before
without
the
them.
midterm elections. We have very important elections coming up. We want those elections to be honest. I've also ordered DHS to notify every state
It's
about
treason. They should actually
non-citizens
be
on
capitally
their voter
punished.
rolls and direct them to remove all ineligible voters from the lists immediately. But most importantly, addressing this crisis of election
gotta do a poo.
security demands that Congress must pass the Save America Act. How easy is that to do unless you want to cheat? The only reason you wouldn't do it is you want to cheat because your policies are so bad and your candidates are so pathetic that you can't get away or can't get elected any other way. This landmark bill requires that all voters must show photo voter ID. How simple is that? Could I have your photo, please? Photo voter ID.
Pass
All
the Save
voters
Act,
must
you
provide
douchebags.
proof of citizenship. Are you a citizen of our country, please? And hopefully there will be no corrupt mail-in ballots, which if you watched California and so many other places, mail-in ballots are inherently corrupt. So you would have no mail-in ballots except for illness, disability, military deployment, or travel if you're going away on business or vacation.
I got it, Jonah.
These reforms are urgently needed to stop the vulnerabilities that I've mentioned. To all Americans, I ask you to pick up your phone tomorrow, call your representatives in the House and Senate, and demand that they pass the Save America Act without delay. Together, we will restore faith and confidence in our country, and we will be bigger, better, and stronger than ever before. Thank you. God bless you. God bless our great military, and God bless America. Thank you very much.
Woo!
All right, you're listening in there to President Donald Trump giving his primetime address to the nation. He is releasing, his administration releasing declassified documents related to election security. A couple of main points here. He is alleging that China interfered in the election by collecting American data, alleging members of the deep state are suppressing information on China's alleged election meddling, and saying that the Department of Homeland Security says there are 278,000 non-citizens in American voter rolls. Of course, the president touched on several other topics there, starting out his speech talking about
Barely
the
enough to move
economy
it.
off the very top, touting administration wins.
Registered,
also,
though.
crime rates being down, wins at the
So that's
southern
just what they can
border.
count, right?
He
Yes.
also is saying
Yeah,
that
but
this speech
once again,
in
all right.
Presumably way more. Because I did hear the end of it while I was snapping one off. I thought he was going to go a little bit longer. I thought he would also, because they say we are releasing this thing. I thought he was going to do like the whole go to election.gov or something. You know,
probably the whitehouse.gov. But yeah, a lot of the
Yeah.
a lot of stuff you can get at the whitehouse.gov. I'm wondering if
Yeah.
he's going to put that on there, and if he does,
it
that'll be
sounds like
fucking.
he will. Sounds like he will.
I mean,
in a way,
the
I'm
fact
almost
that-
glad there's not a special domain for it, because the UFO shit was obviously nonsense. And so whenever they make a special domain for it, it's like, oh no, but that's on White House Gov, isn't it?
Yes.
What am I? I'm talking shit then.
Really
I'm
quickly, I have
I'm
to.
playing ignore.
I have to do the donos. Thank you, Tony A, for the 10 gifted subs. And that went to Glenn Croy, Savage Flinny, Tyrannosaurus Gnus, Logan, Lefsquitz, A Series of Bats, JL Spaggins, Mariah Molinelli, Just Dawn Souls Ginger, I'm Too Tweaked, and Mama Pillows. Welcome to the Off Labelers, and Jennifer with the dono.
We're going to go with first. It says, please say hi to my family watching in town from Missouri. Listen, I'm from Missouri. I'm in Kansas City, Missouri, and her name is Michelle. Welcome, Michelle. I hope you join us.
Michelle.
And
by the way, Jen is
awesome.
my favorite.
Jen is
Jen.
great. I love Jen.
Do you have? Is that a fucking loudspeaker effect that you?
It's a megaphone. It's a megaphone effect.
Megaphone. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, Jennifer asked me. She's like, "Hey, can you use the megaphone effect when you do that?" I was like, "Okay," and then I've just used it ever since. But yeah, I want to see a rest still. I want to to be honest with you, I would love it. I would love it if his final State of the Union address, it was just everybody just go like all these people just going away in cuffs. I mean, it would be a bad look for the United States because arresting senators and congressmen at that time
it would look bad to some people, but to me that'd be a good look. Like to a lot of people, that would be a good look because we're like, well, you're cleaning this up finally. Like, what else are you going to do? Just tell everyone and then be like, all right, well, like with the Epstein shit.
Yeah.
That's the main thing that really got me off the train. The thing with the
Epstein shit is like, I can't believe they've arrested more people in other countries for the Epstein shit than they have here. Like, no one's been arrested there. Andrew, I think Andrew got arrested.
No, I see in America, there's been zero. And Andrew hasn't been, he was arrested. Yeah. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, he's called now. But
footage of
it is
arrest.
one thing to sort of, like, it is good. You do need to obviously let everyone know. But if the next step is to just be like, all right, well, moving on now, like they have with Epstein. And I'm like, oh, well, that's not going to be good enough.
And I get it. That's what we wanted from day one. I get it. I'm just saying, once again, I get it. I want it. It's just a bad look. That's all it is. The optics of it. I guess, I mean, you're not wrong because I'm going to the rest of the world, but I don't give a fuck what the rest of the world thinks. So I'm being a hypocrite myself when I say something like that.
The rest of the thinking world, at least people, because I think most people generally, we have this skewed idea on what the zeitgeist is because all we can see is really the social media, which is really it's not everyone, right? It's actually not even a majority. I think a majority of people are pretty reasonable and not Trump deranged or not Trump cult or MAGA cultists. They're just reasonable, right? And I think a majority of them are pretty much up to scratch now with what.
Yeah.
And I don't want this to be, because I'm Australian, obviously this is always going to inherently piss a lot of patriots off. Just me having an opinion. I can't help that. But in terms of the West being so just gravely injured, I think everyone's on like up to scratch with that now. And to see, it's like if they were to go and arrest people en masse, it would be a huge relief.
I think so.
It would be a good look.
Yeah, now that
it would be an unfortunate mark of history, but it would also be a reckoning point. It would be like, right, well, this was the time when it was fixed. And thereafter, generations later, it will be like, remember when we fucking fixed shit? Can we do that again? That's what it will be.
I think and this is where, I think it sets a bad precedent. Just like arresting Trump was a bad fucking thing to do. Like an American president with a mugshot out there. I mean, it gave him street cred. And once again, I want to. He's the funniest motherfucker, funniest president I've ever fucking in my lifetime. The funniest president, dude. He's got the best fucking sense of humor, and he just goes with it, But like, arresting him was was bad. Like that
only because he wasn't guilty of anything they accused him of. But if he was, then it would be entirely appropriate.
Yeah, like arresting Hillary Clinton. I like how all of a sudden they went from how can you arrest your running opponent to arrest Trump, the former president. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. You were bitching and complaining about him saying lock up Hillary, yet you guys just fucking turned around and did exactly what you guys were bitching about. And that's what I fucking hate about the left is they're always fucking hypocritical. Like it's.
I think when when they arrested him is the point when everyone woke up, the rest of the world. I think that's what brought people up to scratch and like, hold on, this is fucked. And I agree with Tony. I don't think Biden won in 2020. I mean, this is obviously what this whole thing is about.
No,
That was a real gut punch when he lost that, and because it was so unexpected and incongruent with what seemed to be going on, even right up until early hours of the morning when everything just started to go whoop.
Well, I mean, all of a sudden, they
that was so
counting.
disheartening.
They stopped counting. Georgia, all of a sudden, Fulton County was just like, yeah, we have a leak. Oh, wait, no, it's 2 a.m. The leak's gone. Like all of a sudden, and then you had all these people putting up these boards everywhere, trying to stop people from.
A sprinkler went off.
Yeah, people stopped, they're like, oh, we're tired. We're going to go home. We'll finish the count tomorrow. And then all of a sudden in the middle of the night, Michigan just fucking jumps up. Oh, yeah, no, it's always the mail-in ballots always goes towards the Democrat. Since fucking when? Who? That's never been a point of contention I've ever heard of in my entire life. Like
okay, I can see reasoning to why it might sway that way marginally.
Because they're
not
lazy?
to the degree. Well, yeah, there's that. There's those things, but there's a number of factors in it. A lot of them are disabled.
Yeah, and they want free shit.
Yeah, free. They just want. A lot of them are lazy, stupid, disabled. A lot of things that sound mean to say, but just statistically are more that way. So yeah, they're going to be more likely, on average, to vote mail in, I guess. And they're also more likely to be convinced to just vote for whoever's winning at the time, because that's a human nature thing. Whoever's winning at the time, they'll vote for that, or whoever they think is winning at the time. They don't just. No one wants to be on the losing team. So if people are not actually politically involved and don't understand shit, like a lot of the left, they are just gonna do the popularist thing, and it's like, but I don't know. Like,
I think here's where the 2020 election lost me.
It's not that far.
We had the COVID thing, right? We had COVID during the 2020 election. The problem I had was them just mailing people ballots, mailing ballots out for no other reason. Like all of a sudden, and then you had prominent people like Sunny Houston, who, whether you like her or not, I'm not a particular fan of her, but Sunny Houston sat there and admitted she voted for her son. Like, you had people admitting that they were voting for other people, and they're just like, what? That's fine. I told my son who to vote for. He voted for it, and he handed it. If you don't want a ballot, there's no reason.
All the ballots.
Yeah, there's no reason for you to get a ballot if you didn't request it. If people were so ingrained and so enthusiastic to vote Trump out, let them request a ballot that they've done for fucking a millennia. Don't all of a sudden just send ballots, because all of a sudden what you're going to do is you're going to get an influx of ballots to a house that, once again, you have your 18-year-old son who, you might just go, who's maybe you have an 18-year-old son that has mental deficiencies and doesn't know how to vote, doesn't know why he's voting. And you have the parent who just all of a sudden just takes it and votes for them, and votes for either way. I don't care. I don't like it. The parents vote for them, and then they have them sign it, because I believe in California, you literally can sign with a happy face, and then your witness signs for you. So it's like, so I don't like that. And then all of a sudden people are getting ballots who didn't ask for it, and they're just going, okay, I guess I'll vote. Like, no, if you want a fucking ballot, you want Trump out, you have to work for it. Fine. You can't go to the polling places, which I fucking did, even though it was 2020 in Jersey. I went to the polling place, or 2020. I went to the polling place, I voted, and I left. But you're getting these.
It says, I didn't mean to. I know you're laughing and probably agree with me, but like, I didn't mean that to be like deliberately disparaging. I do literally mean that as a matter of statistics. It's the same here. It'd be the same probably in any society that has socialist schemes. Like, if you're disabled, you're going to be voting for the government that increases your payments and benefits. And, the leftist governments just are kind of overwhelmingly designed for lazy, stupid, and disabled people. It provides more safety net for that. Conservative governments just tend to steer away from it. No, they don't abandon it completely, but they encourage more growth and success.
Mm-hmm.
And so you will get people that are more successful on that side, and the people that are poor, stupid, disabled on the other side. And I know that sounds really mean, but it's also true.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, look at everybody who you see is protesting Trump. they all have mental issues. They all admit
real
it.
Creature. Yeah.
They all admit they have some kind of racist.
Not only they admit it, they're
proud of it.
Currency. Yeah, it's their currency. They collect the fucking labels, bro. There's a whole thing of like DID talk. People having pretend dissociative identity disorder. They're like, oh, I'm one of my alts today. My name is Tempest, and I'm a real boss bitch. They have these different characters and shit. I'm like, you are kooky as fuck.
Yeah, they're crazy. And they want to sit there and tell everybody they're the most educated. You might have the most education, but you lack the most common fucking sense. You lack the most common fucking sense. Like, okay, because it always devolves into when you're trying to have an argument or a discussion with somebody on the left, it always devolves into you're a racist, you're a bigot, you're a homophobe. Instead of going with facts and going with, hey, he was arrested. Why was he arrested? Well, he was convicted. Because somebody said, because they always use the Trump, you voted for a rapist. First of all, no, he was not convicted of rape. He was found liable for slander and sexual assault.
Once and again, also, civil court, the charge wasn't even rape; it was adjudicated rape.
Yeah,
right? It wasn't even
that's
proper.
the thing. So if you're, it was in a civil court, which once again they backfilled the law. It was only 4 years. They changed it just for E. Jean Carroll.
Yes.
And then when it came time to to vote on it or whatchamacallit, the jury selection on it,
there was just no evidence at all. It was very clearly trumped up. Pun intended. Hi, Amanda.
Daniel says hi.
In a very gay way. Hi. Oh, you need hiding now, like Cousin It?
She needs a fucking haircut.
Me too. Look.
Me, blonde hair. Look at that.
Look at my fucking rat's nest.
Too fucking long.
Yeah, rape is sexy.
But E. Jean Carroll isn't, and no one's going to convince me he fucking knobbed her. No one on this fucking in this universe is going to convince me that he fucked E. Jean Carroll. No way. No one's fucked her. That's why she makes up stories about it.
But
also a judge has blocked the payout so far. Like, she hasn't got any money yet. And
I heard that it was paid.
It.
Hold on, let me. Jonah asked me to share this. I don't want to forget it. Jonah asked me to share this. It was
all right.
Here, there's Trump. Change that to a 1. It didn't beep at me. It didn't tell me I can't do it. It didn't tell me access denied. Nothing. And now I'll rerun the report. And there you go. Joe Biden, 56,000. Trump, 31,000. So by changing 2 numbers with a few clicks of the keyboard and the mouse, I was able to flip an election using your gold standard election system. Can you believe this made it through testing?
Yeah, I can believe it, because that's why they have it.
It was right on the start button, right? Was it a hidden backdoor? No, it was right there. How do you think our testing labs missed that? Of course it is. And you know the same testing labs, there's 2, SLI and ProVNV. One of them is actually here in Colorado. Do you know that they test all our voting systems across the entire nation? Can you imagine if they missed this back door, what else they might have missed in the other systems? Are there any more back doors?
Yes, there will be.
So some people say, well, you'd have to be a SQL expert to be able to do what you did.
Jonah, is this 9 minutes long? Because Jonah likes to send some long
so it
shit.
can only be maximum 3. But like, the thing is, when this was all proposed, like when it all went down, it was pretty clear and obvious to a lot of people that something has fucking been. They've done some sneaky shit here. They've stolen it. Or at least it looks very much that way. But if you try to suggest that, you are basically like an enemy of the state.
Yeah.
And it's like, cancel this person from society for pointing out some, but at the same time, Even the electoral commissions acknowledged that no election is completely free of fraudulence.
No.
So then, like, what are you saying? You're saying that there is some degree of every election that is fraudulent because it's impossible to weed out completely. And so therefore, when we say there was fraudulence here, oh no, how dare you? How dare you even think that? Well, hold a minute. This is literally what you say and acknowledge.
Yeah, once again.
So if it was at 1%, is it 10%? Is it 50%? I think it's enough of a percent to shift the cunt at 3 a.m.
I think you swayed KB.
Thanks, KB. I don't mean to upset all my Americans either. I do love you. And I think it was still best that Trump got in.
Yeah.
And I was really excited about it for most of this time as well. So
once again.
Oh, my weight's here. Hold on. I'll be back.
Once again, 2016, all Hillary Clinton, they all said, are you going to admit if you lose? If you lose, are you going to admit you lost?
I'm just going out the front to get my weed.
Yeah. Are you going to admit that you lost? It's okay, And they were talking about election fraud for fucking years. Now all of a sudden, Trump 2020 happened, and they're like, nope, securest election ever. Never happened. Nothing ever bad happened. Don't look at this. Look right here. It never fucking happened. It gets worse. It gets worse as it gets even easier for him to get into the machines. Oh, really? Well, Daniel's about.
Many people in this audience say, I couldn't do that. But if I taught you how to do it, you could do it, right? So someone could be trained, but everyone knows what a flash drive is, right? So watch this. I'm just going to plug this flash drive in here. And I'm not going to touch my keyboard. And watch what happens to the screen. What this is doing is it's pulling up a second backdoor utility that Dominion left on the system. And this is allowing it to pretend it's a keyboard, and it's going into the database right now, and it's flipping the numbers in the database just by plugging the flash drive in. Now, we know flash drives are used in a lot of our elections. Do you think our election officials are cybersecurity experts enough to know that a flash drive can change results of an election just by plugging it in? And there it is. It's gone.
Hold on, I'm puffing.
Now I'm going to pull the results again. It just got flipped back. Biden 31,000, Trump 56,000. Just by plugging a drive in. That's simple.
And remember, they told us there was no internet Wi-Fi connection with those machines. They told us every step of the way there is no internet connection. There's nothing. Meanwhile, there was fucking Verizon little insignias on the fucking thing. By the way, Daniel and Aussie is so much smarter and more class than most Americans. Stay classy, Daniel.
Oh, you're so. This is why she's my favorite. But like,
and Amanda says,
I'm not
the smartest dumb person I know.
That's a compliment. That is a compliment. It may not look like one, but it is. But look, I'm not very proud of Australians. I was talking about this the other day. Like, the society here, I'm really embarrassed of. Really. So, like, we are certainly not better than you. No way. No way. But I was going to say, they may have had internet connectivity, but they didn't need it.
No, that guy just proved it. All you had to do was plug in a fucking thing and it just changes.
Yes.
Well, you're the computer genius. How does that work, though?
I'm going to show you something really easily. Like, this is not exactly what they did there, but this is along the lines of the things that they do. Let me just go.
Because once again, I was saying that, they were all the way up to 2016. Every election was, Dominion sucks, Dominion sucks, Dominion sucks. Called him an illegitimate president. And then 2020, all of a sudden, Dominion was the greatest thing next to sliced fucking bread.
Okay.
And
I'm showing my screen now, and I'm going to show you something.
No, I'm going to remove that. Add that.
So this is just one example on how this is what scammers do with bank statements, right? If I go here, right-click inspect. So your name is Off Label Podcast. That's not an editable field for me as a viewer. Or is it?
Can you change our fucking name? What?
Now, that's only visible to me. And if I hit refresh, it will return to the normal state. However, that doesn't matter. If you want to present something as looking legitimate, if I log into my bank account and I want to make it appear like there's $50 trillion in there, I can. So it's very easy to just manipulate anything with code, anything. Like there's always levels of like encryption and obscurity. Like they generally don't put what they call part or secrets, passwords in code directly like this. Some people do though. All you need to do is just get through the layers of obscurity and you can change anything. You can fuck with anything. Anything. Nothing is perfectly secure. So like that's just one example of a very easy trick. But like it'll be along the lines of that shit. Even if they're not changing the entire system, they're changing the presentation that matters. So when they tabulate it, they'll just flip digits. Even if it returns to normal afterwards, it didn't matter because they tabulated it at the on the dodgy one. There's many trillions of ways there's just infinite amount of ways you can go in and fuck with code. This is why they don't want it to be anything in code. This is why a lot of like nuclear stuff is analog because it can't be hacked.
Jennifer with the dono. Wish us luck, please. We're going to the casino tonight. Well, madam, good luck to you and Michelle. I hope you guys have a wonderful time at the casino. I'll know if you hit it big if we come here tomorrow and there's a sizable donation. We'll know you didn't hit it big if
you don't send anything. So no, I hope you guys
Jen
do
is
fucking
so
great.
generous, honestly. She's
Jennifer.
I almost have to.
I love every chat, but Jennifer has been one of our ride or die since day one, and she still keeps coming fucking back, and I don't understand why. I don't understand
Jen, will you
why
come on
she
my
comes
show
back.
with me.
I don't know why she comes back. She looked like the fucking. She looked like what was it on Gina's birthday? She looked like Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber.
Yeah, I like attitude, Jen.
I love Jen who fucks with Darnell. That's my favorite.
Yeah, she's a cheeky cunt. But I'm gonna have to get you on my show one day, Jen. You can be my Gina.
Oh my god, can you imagine? Then Jen becomes your Gina.
I can imagine that.
I just listen. I can't wait till you come to America because it's gonna be fun.
I fucked on. Yeah, we'll be fun. I might seem miserable because I am, but it's also fun.
Listen, it is fun to be a cheeky cunt. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's fun to go against the grain, because it's just. It's.
Do you know that you would assume that's why I do it, but it's not. Like I don't actually like. There's nothing like. There's no inherent directive in me to just be contrarian.
Yeah, I don't.
But after a while, it just seems that way.
Well, here's the thing.
Because everything's so bullshit, and I'm like, well, that's bullshit. That's bullshit.
I don't.
And I'm opinionated, so
I'm not deep. Even though I'm very passionate about the things I say and everything like that. But I could easily change my fucking mind for anything. It doesn't. I'm not gung ho stuck to one perspective. Like if you have if you have a better reasoning for something and you can change my mind, I'll go, oh, you got a fucking point. But it's the people who are stuck, like the people. Yeah, and like I said, there's people on both sides who are just stuck no matter what and can't say one word bad about Trump or one word good about Trump. And it's like,
well, it's also like, I don't want to be too zero-sum about this either. Like, you say one thing that you're unhappy with about Trump, and then it's assumed that then you're going to default to the opposite side again. And it's like, no, that's very zero-sum. What I'm finding is that I'm just totally disillusioned with the parity now. Like, the system is essentially, now you do have the the illusion, at least, of greater choice. Here, both of our parties they have the same policies. They're exactly the same. So when you go to vote for them, it's like, well, I don't actually know which one's which. At least Kamala and Trump were opposite. You know, at least you had that false choice. It was false, but it was still a diversity of choice. We don't have that. But like, I just find that whole system is a trap. And there's a lot of cultural issues that wouldn't have otherwise existed that do now legitimately exist, but they were incepted by people that are not on either side and want both to fail and both to fight each other. Because if you fight each other, you don't fight above. And that is true. And I know that sounds very hippy-dippy, but it's absolutely true. It's not a leftist talking point.
No, it's not. You're right.
Absolutely true.
Yeah, if you keep the poors, and we're technically the poors, if you keep the poors fighting each other, they'll never realize. They'll never realize they're coming at the same fucking points, like a horseshoe, like I keep saying, from different ends. We all want the same thing. Everybody out of our fucking business, leave us alone, and let us fucking keep our guns in our pot, and just fucking and that's it. You know.
If you were to say you own 3 houses, reasonably sized houses, and you earn $250,000 a year, that sounds pretty good, right?
Yeah,
you're a poor still. You are nowhere close to the elite class we are talking about. The people that they're not subject to income taxes or really national rules because they're transnational people. But I do have to jump over to third rail.
Yeah, we're gonna end because we're gonna jump over to third rail. Let me see. Is it even?
It was very cool coming on here. I want to come back, and I like everyone in your chat, even the people that don't like me, because come his last State of Union address. If a lot of these things that we both ideally would like, because I think we're pretty similar in our, what's his name, loves Trump. Can't fault him at all. I fault him, but I think we want similar things. If that eventuates, I will just be wrong, and I'll be like, "Hey, you were right, dude. I was wrong."
Yeah, but that's what's great about you is and me also. Like, if we're wrong, we'll fucking admit we're wrong.
I think most of our group is like this.
Yeah, and that's what I love about our group is that we're all fucking dumb. We know we're all dumb. You know, we're not prolific. We're not fucking
exactly. We don't have insights that like a unique fucking political. We're not in behind the curtain or anything.
I think once again,
yes, I'll eventually switch to Linux. I've already I've downloaded a distro, but I just haven't fucking used it yet.
You dumb Linux.
He just likes to troll me about it because I snap over
Daniel,
it.
do you have a YouTube channel?
Bitch. Yeah, but I don't use it.
Yeah, he's mainly on Rumble.
It does exist. I put shorts and stuff up there, but if I go live on YouTube,
do you have the YouTube open? The YouTube chat side?
No.
Oh. Is it if you look up Daniel? If you look up Daniel Clancy, will you find it in YouTube?
You'll probably find the CEO of Twitter because he's got one. But if it's just at Daniel Clancy.
Oh, there it is.
YouTube.com/@DanielClancy.
It's the second fucking one. Copy.
Okay.
Paste. There we go. That's Daniel's YouTube. And
the Rumble's better because then there'll be my live streams. If I go live on Rumble, my mother tends up spying on me, and she and I are not on good terms. Also, I can't say like faggot and nigger and stuff. I mean, I can and I do, but it doesn't go well.
But yeah, so that's where Daniel is. The people on Rumble know where to find you. Plus, Rumble's being fucking rumbled. So with that, thank you everybody for fucking joining us. Thank you for being here. Rich, hopefully we'll be back tomorrow. Gonna send you off to Third Railify because that's where we're going. Okay? Love you. Bye.
And y'all don't know that I'm a soldier. I always felt like I'm alone, yeah. When everybody thinks they know, yeah. and y'all don't even know I own ya. And now I'm ready taking over, 'cause every day I'm getting closer. Just look at everything I'll show ya. And now I'm ready, I'ma blow up. Yeah.